Welcome back, guys, to a brand new video. Now today I am giving you your final reminder that it is time to vote for what is going to be added to the official game for ARK Survival Ascended. Now in today's video we are actually going to be doing my voting. Obviously I want to mention, this is my vote, this is not your vote. You guys vote for whatever you guys want. Like, this is literally just seeing what looks cool, what I think deserves to come to the game. I don't want this to sway anyone's decision. I'm sure most of you have voted anyway. That's why I leave it right to the end, because I just want to do mine once everyone else has got theirs out of the way. Thought it would be a fun video, so if you guys enjoy the video, drop a like and subscribe, and let's get in with the news. So, the ASA build template contest final voting is today. Obviously, it will seep a little bit into the 26th, but obviously Wildcard will be cooking up the Community Crunch, which means the winners will be announced in the Community Crunch this Friday, the 26th of September. The prizes are 2 community winners chosen by us, and 2 Wildcard winners handpicked by the studio. All 4 winning builds will be added as an official in-game template, plus an added little bonus. Each winner will receive a Lost Colony expansion pass. Now, of course, we've all been having a little bit of a laugh about Studio Wildcard's decision to give away a Lost Colony expansion pass. When to actually get involved in the voting, you already need a Lost Colony expansion pass. But anyway, the voting is here, and if you have not added your vote yet, you need to come over to the brand new Community Crunch, which is this one here, Community Crunch 476. Scroll right down to the ASA build contest and you will see the voting is here. Now the way the voting works is you put your favorite first, and it says, look, drag your most preferred candidates to the top and your least at the bottom. It will start randomized. So what we're going to do now is go through some of these designs, as you'll see below, and then we're going to do my voting. Again, I want to stress, don't just vote for what I want to vote for. I want this to be as fair as possible. I'm literally just doing this last minute because I still haven't done mine, and I thought it'd be good to share with you guys what I'm going to go for, and I'm sure most of you, as I mentioned, have done yours already. So this was the mini Taj Mahal, very good build from Miss Jen Zen there, as you can see. We have a luxurious residential base. We have a big dodo. We have a frontier cabin. We have a big cat. We have an all-in-one base. We have a timber rest, which I said reminds me a bit like Jurassic World in a way. We have a magical tower base. We have a rustic dino stable. We have a modern single story. All of them look amazing. There isn't one that hasn't put their hard work into this at all. Every single builder here has really gone for it and has created this for us. It's not for them. Well, it might be for them as well, but they've done this for us. So now it's time to do the tricky part. So this is going to be really hard for me to decide, because I have to think to myself, this is for me. What do I think I'm going to use the most and what I would want to use the most in the game? And I go through it, and so many are so beautiful, and I love having obviously the Ragnarok background there. I really like this luxurious residential base. And the reason I like it is I think it can bring a lot to a player that wants to live the high life in ARK early on. Also, I like the silly stuff, like the big dodos. I could imagine, if this became part of the official game, people would sort of have a good laugh, just walking around seeing giant dodo bases around. And then we have a frontier cabin that's very cozy, very homely. I could see this being a very nice sort of Christmas for Winter Wonderland this year. Very, very cozy, so I like this a lot. The big cat, similar to the dodo. I'm obviously a big cat fan. So what I mean is I like cats, not big cats. I mean, I like big cats too, but maybe not the size of this cat. And then we have the all-in-one base, which I guess has everything you need. The design of it personally isn't my favorite, but I guess it being an all-in-one base means you have everything you need, which again is very useful when you want to be resourceful and everything like that. This one, again, very Jurassic World, but I as much as I love that, I would love it to have it as an official thing for if I were to do like a Jurassic World type server. But yeah, I'm not sure. Now this one, I know you, right. So back in the old days of ARK, we had we didn't have the Structures Plus stuff when you could make bigger walls or anything like that. You used to have to do it one by one. But still, creating a very good tower does take some time. And you can make a tower that looks meh, but I like to have something that would be pre-built as a tower base, which you could maybe add to your castle, which would save you time of building, which is quite a hard part. So that's why I'm leaning towards that. And then the stable, I personally, as much as I think this stable is great, and you know what, again, it would be really nice and easy to just be able to be like, right, we need a stable for my dinos, let's just paste one down. But then I do use a lot of YouTubers to build, and I have done, I think it might be an Aaron Longstaff's video to build my own one. And then this is just a very nice modern house if you want to live that modern style. So we're going to get into the voting now. Right, so this is a really tough one for me because I really like all of these. But I have a tough decision to make. Bear in mind, this is only one vote in the thousands of thousands, and this is just down to what I think will benefit me the most in the game. You guys go with what benefits you the most in the game. But I think I really like the luxurious residential base. I think it's well made. I think it's really nice looking. By the way, when I've placed that in number 1, it doesn't mean I'm not going to change my mind. I might change my mind. It's really hard to decide. But we're putting that at the top at the moment because that's what really sort of came to mind first. I then really liked the magical tower. And the reason why, I'm not saying the magical tower is the best designed one out of them all. It's very well crafted, but it's very useful. So it kind of makes me feel like having a tower is a very useful part of the game. So then it's like, do I want the tower first, or do I want, you know, what works me best? Am I going to want to live in a tower if I can't be asked to build my own base? No. But would I like it as part of my base? Yes. So we're going to keep that as a top 2 for now. Now, do I want some silliness in the game? I do. And do I like seeing, well, do I want to see big dodos everywhere? Kind of, but kind of not. The reason I say that is because I love people's creativity in the game. And I love to see beautiful bases. I wouldn't say no if the big dodo or big cat actually won. So it does mean that they're going to come up the list a bit. But I'm not too, like, you know, I'm not thinking to myself, this is exactly what I want to be looking around everywhere I go. Maybe I'm getting old. But I love seeing the beauty of people's bases, especially on the LoadedCrysis cluster. There's so much talent that goes into people's designs, and that's why I'd like to see something a little bit more exciting. So it leaves me with a really tough decision, because the rustic dino stable I think is very useful. But the all-in-one base, as much as I don't really like the look of the all-in-one base, if it truly is a base that has everything you need, which it looks like it is, that could be very useful. And that's what's making me think, Dom, does this deserve to be second above the magical tower or third? And I really don't know. And I'm kind of thinking to myself, maybe I'll keep it third for now, and the dino stable in 4th. So then we have the dodo and the big cat in 5th and 6th. But then it's so hard because you've got the modern single story, which looks nice. You've got the Timber-esque, which looks very Jurassic World. You've got the Frontier Cabin, which for me, at this moment in time, is going in 7th. And then you've got this amazing Taj Mahal building. So it's like, oh, it's really hard to make my decision here. I think I'm gonna have to go like that. But then I'm also thinking, why does the big cat deserve to be above the nice cozy Christmas cabin? So if we go against this, I mean, it's very cozy, and I like cozy stuff. And if you're someone who likes cozy games, then, you know, this is kind of what you want. So I think, out of being fair, I think that's probably the voting that I would go for. And I feel bad the mini Taj Mahal not being above the big cat, because the big cat isn't. But then I really like cats, and I kind of would rather a big cat than a big dodo. But then the dodo is an OG ARK creature. But I think as I look at this, I feel bad that the Timberess and the modern single story is at the bottom. I mean, this is not me saying that they're terrible. They're really, really good. But just out of what I would want to see. And I think that's how it's going to go. Because once I press submit, you know. And I guess I'll have to leave it up to you guys to let me know how you voted. But I think that's what we're going to stand by. It's so close to being like, do I move the all-in-one base above the luxurious residential base? I think I'm happy with what I've got here. I think we're going to go with this. Right, let me know what you guys think about this. I'm going to press submit. It's done. It's done. The voting is done. Now, again, I want to say to anyone that, you know, who had their buildings on my voting lower down, again, it's not that I don't love them. It's such, you know, it's such a hard decision doing any of these votes. When you do the creature votes, it's so hard to truly put what you think is the best. But I think I just go with what I think I would use the most, because at the end of the day, it's my experience, my vote, and when you guys do it, it'll be your experience and your vote. And if my top two don't win, then, you know, it doesn't matter, does it? Because I would be happy to use all of these. It's just what I think would work well for me in the game. But anyway, guys, that's coming to the end. Make sure to get your voting in, as the voting will be closing anytime within the next day. And obviously, the winners will be announced in the Community Crunch Friday, the 26th of September. Bear in mind, 2 of the winners are going to be announced by Studio Wildcard. So if your favorite doesn't win the community vote... that was like a weird, like, I don't even know what was going on in my throat there. But if your favorite doesn't win the community vote, then it might win the wildcard vote. So there's four of these are coming to the official game either way. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. The next voting we will be doing is for Genesis Part 1. Get ready, because this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to diving into the creature voting for Gen 1. We're going to be covering lots of people's designs, lots of creations, as we always do. It's one of the things that I've missed so much from being an ARK YouTuber, because I love seeing what you guys create. You guys send me some, and, you know, I think one of my favorite ones I look back on is when someone said to me, "Hey Dom, big fan of me and my daughter are a big fan of your channel." And if you're watching this video, shout out to you guys. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who watch your videos with your son or your daughter or whatever, but these two said, "We've decided to make this creature. It never officially came to the game, but it looked amazing, and the hard work they did, the drawings they did, it just blew my mind." And I just made a video on it because I really thought, you know what, these guys deserve the you know, the praise for this, and it was amazing. So by the way, when I do take a look at creatures and votes and stuff, it's not like like a video to be like, go and vote for this. It's literally just to highlight some of the amazing creations people make. Unfortunately, I can't go through all of them because there's hundreds and hundreds, and it just wouldn't be physically possible. That would be like a year's worth of content. But I will try and pick some of the coolest ones and go through them. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching today's video. I will catch you in my next video, which it's Wednesday already. What is going on? It's 6 days until Valguero ascended. I'll catch you guys in my next video.